Hey guys, about a month ago, the Liberal government released the 2023 budget. And like every other year, there's a number of things that apply to real estate. I'm gonna talk about 6 different things, but I'm gonna say what I think is the most important for the very end of this video. First, as most of you already know, there's now a 2-year ban on phone ownership across Canada. There's gonna be a 1% tax on unused or underutilized properties also across Canada. 3, profits now from flipping a home, if they're flipped within less than 12 months, those profits will be taxed as income rather than capital gains, which means a lot more money to taxes. There's GST now will be applicable on the assignment of a pre-construction property. So previously you just paid tax, the final purchaser, the final owner of that pre-construction would pay the tax then. But now if that pre-con is flipped from when it's first purchased to when you actually get occupancy, that flip will also be applicable to HST. They're gonna be doubling the credit for first-time home buyers. It was $750 for first-time buyers, and now it's $1,500. But like I said, what I think is most important is the creation of the first-time home savings account. And this account is sort of a hybrid account of an RRSP and a TFSA. Like a TFSA, it's all the gains within that account are tax-free when you withdraw the money. And like an RRSP, when you put money into your first home savings account, you get a tax credit on the way in. So in essence, it's tax-free on the way in and tax-free on the way out. So most important about this account is to know who qualifies. And the number 1 qualification is you have to be a first-time buyer. Secondly, you have to be a resident of Canada. And last, you have to be at least 18 years old. And as of right now, the maximum contribution to your first home savings account is $8,000 per year, up to $40,000. And you can also carry forward up to 1 year of unused space for a following year. So if you open an account, for example, this year in 2023, but don't contribute to it this year, in 2024, you'll be able to contribute $16,000 to this account. Another cool thing about the account is you can also move money from your RRSP into your first home savings account. So that means you can transfer money out of your RRSP, put it into your first home savings account, and as that account continues to grow, the growth on that money will be tax-free. So if you currently have money sitting in your RRSP and you plan on buying a home, you should consider moving some of that money into your first home savings account. And again, you can only move $8,000 per year, or if you've skipped a year, then $16,000 the following year. But it does make sense to transfer that money that you want to use for your first home out of your RRSP and into your first home savings account, so that any of the income gained on that account will be tax-free when you pull it out. Also, if your parents might be gifting you money to help you purchase a new home, it would be worthwhile for you to get that gift money from your parents, just call it $8,000 for example, take that $8,000, put in your first home savings account and let it grow there. Because you'll get a tax credit on the way in on that $8,000. And again, any gains on it will be tax-free when they come out. So if you plan on buying a home in the next 15 years, really, I think this account can be open for up to 17 years. So if you plan on buying a home and you're over 18 years old, it makes sense to open this account and contribute to this account before your RRSP. Of course, there's lots more technicalities to the account. Always talk to your accountant or your tax planner for proper advice. Long story short, if you want to buy a home and you're a first-time buyer, make sure to open a first home savings account.